What's up guys? I got a suggestion that I should make a gameplay videos, and this is kind of the first one. It is my first ever started track. I believe I've made one other to learn the tools, and the Skyman S1s. But the Skyman S1s are on serious, so this is the first serious track. As you can see, the hay bales are just there for a reference for myself, and it's not finished. I've been working on this for like 2 years. Um, First year wasn't really a lot of progress since my computer was pretty much broken. I had a bad RAM memory that crashed every now and then, which made it pretty much impossible to make tracks. So I'll kind of go through, and I'm talking and playing at the same time. That's kind of why I suck so much, or just suck in regular cases. I don't know which one. So some kind of off camber, turn, nice little jump, going to the sand section. Pretty heavy sand, especially if you crash in it. Yeah, nice little inside rut. A little short. Step up jump. Don't want to jump too far. You should be able to brake. Rail the outside berm. Should switch line inside rut, middle berm or outside. Usually go there. Sweet inside rut. Small step up to finish. Whoa. Almost. Finish line jump, which is decent to scrub. And of course I failed everything. A little hip jump. Minor tabletop. Another hip double. Here's a kind of just hill. Pretty sweet, you can go wide open and scrub it a little bit. Another hip double onto a tabletop. You then kind of S-turn back to a small tabletop onto the start straight, and that's a lap. And you can do that, just that my timing is off. So I'll show you the big freestyle track. I've tried to keep everything quite realistic. Everything may not be beginners, but I've been timing jumps and looking at videos, and I don't think it's way out of the sky, this track. I mean, maybe everyone wouldn't do these jumps, but I believe Pestran would do them, so at least some sort of reality in it. I'm a big fan of natural tracks, just following the nature kind of. We'll see here. You can pretty much get off axis pretty easy, which means you can get pretty big whips. The only problem is when that happens, you get too much off axis and you just slide out. I don't know. Would you call this a compound or motopark? I'm calling it motopark or something like that. I don't know. I just don't think. It just doesn't feel like a compound for me. Of course, everyone may have their own point of view, so too far. But for me, the name is Mashem Motopark. When I first started off, I named it Good Jumps, or the folder's name was Good Jumps. I didn't really have any desk file which changed the in-game name from the folder, but I felt like Good Jumps wasn't a serious name, so I just came up with something else. And that's a lap at the big freestyle course. I'm going to show the smaller one. Everything here is unedited or uncut or everything kind of just me filming. So I started off with a regular track, then I made this little here. After that I don't remember which thing came in which order, but I think I started pretty much everything at the same time, everything else. So what I'm working on now is finishing up decals and hay bales and everything like that. Also surrounding. After that I'm going to put a dirt trail around this compound is my idea, and make a kind of long jump course. I don't know, it's ideas in my head, but I think they could be pretty cool, hopefully. So that was the main, the first you saw was the main MX track. Now I'm going to the kind of practice. My idea was practice track slash faster than the regular one, but I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's got a little bit more speed in this one. So coming off the start, I'm working on decals on this track at the moment. It's pretty narrow at some parts because it's not the main track, it's more like a practice track. Some nice waves, 450 you can really easily double them. You can double them with 250 and 125 too. A nice berm here, a nice little berm. Me being bad at this game as usual. A little double here. Kind of 2 jumps in a row, almost like a little rhythm section. I wanna go grab a little speed before these waves, rollers, whatever. Nice berm, another double. Can scrub that one. Here's the decals out. This one was the idea of a scrub thing. You could say I scrubbed it pretty good there. Not the best, but at least I didn't crash. A few more rollers, waves, double, double, another kind of scrub. Braking bumps, kind of. A nice little berm, another berm, and another turn here. A little jump, land on the side of the mountain. A few more waves before you're going to brake and go up here. A triple. Oh, my bad, I didn't seat bounce. Small double onto this single, which is kind of a braking single. And about 100-foot tabletop. Can throw in some nice whips. This looks pretty ugly, but it's a pretty sweet jump. Kind of missed everything there. Another double. Berm, straight away. Around the tree. Go into the rut. A little berm here. So I'm thinking to make a trail around this area. It would be pretty cool, I think. Kind of like enduro style. Just tiptoeing around the compound or park or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'd like to hear your opinion, but yeah, I mean everyone has a different opinion. Or do you think this is good, this is bad? What do you think of the track? I like it, it fits my style. It's my first track, so obviously some parts is a little bit better than others, and some parts may not be super good, but for being my first real track, if you could say that, I think it's pretty good. I'm currently working on, or started off a few days ago, a kind of beginner track series where I'm going to make like not really stock tracks, but something closer to that style. Uh, Pretty easy, just to learn to master the basics, stay on the wheels, and all that. We'll see if I can make another scrub here. And there, I flipped the stick to the other side too early. And I have one more thing to show here. It's a 50cc track. As you can see, I got everything on the left here wide open, so I feel like I need to do something more. So this is a 50cc track. I'm not bothering to change to the 50cc, but you'll get to. It's pretty nice. I just think there's not enough 50cc tracks out there. So straight away, either you go to the berm or you go to the single. Then you have this split lane right here. Either you start with single or you start with the tabletop, and then either it's a double or a single, depending on which one you choose. Another berm, kind of like a little hill, coming down to a berm, coming up to a hip jump, landing in a kind of whoopie section. Just big flat left turn, big jump. Not with the 250, but for the 50 it's a little bit bigger. Oh, kind of like tabletop similarity. And then it's just kind of minor hill or with some ruts in it. And this is the Mashem Motopark. It's not finished, but you'll get the idea how it will look. I'd really like to hear your thoughts and opinions, and if you have anything, change this or do that, I don't like that, that's a good thing. I'm pretty much open for anything, and this is my first track, or I started this one at first, but then I made a track to make the tools, and then I released Scammers 1 and 2, and I'm about to release the Scammers 3. I'm working on Scammers 4, so it's my first to kind of 5th or 6th track. Yeah. So this is my kind of first track. I like to call it my first track since it's the one I first started. And also this will be some sort of part of the enduro trail. But I'm not done yet. I'm still working on ideas. So just let me know what you think, and hope you enjoy this kind of gameplay. I'll see if I can make more if you like it. Otherwise I'll probably not make more, or I will anyway. So hope you had a great time, and see you in my next video. Please leave some feedback, and let's see you in my next video once again. And subscribe for tutorials and kind of everything. Have a great day.